Loser book. I'm so freaking good at this. Hey guys, it's Aaron, and this is this. Hey guys, it's Aaron, and I am a total slob. I feel like I literally this morning I woke up and went to work, and last night I had to cup noodle while studying, a very spicy cup noodle, and I came home. I just got home from work, and it's still here because I'm a slob and didn't throw it away. I feel like I'm accidentally being a lazy kid in anime. Even though, I mean, it's not lazy, I was studying. So yeah, lesson 8 is been deaded. Lesson 8 had a whopping 51 kanji. I said, I think before that it was 50. I was wrong, I miscounted. It's 51. So with lesson 8, I'm at a total of 184 kanji, except I may have actually already done lesson 9, but shh. Lesson 8's whole point was that it introduced the, like, 4 elements of the world. Land, water, fire, wind? No. Yes. But it didn't introduce wind. Wind was already in there. So it just introduced land, water, and fire, and then a frick ton of kanji that, like, use those kanji as more primitives. I'm really bad at making these videos. So the words that we learned are stream, state, obey, water, icicle, eternity, spring, gland. I just realized I gotta hurry this up because there's 51 of these. Meadow, petition, swim, marsh, open sea, pan. Pan, not like an item pan, pan like all-inclusive. Creek, cleanse, soup, grains of sand, tide, source, lively, extinguish, but of course, that's one of the words. River, overnight, lake, fathom, soil, spit, pressure, cape, hedge, inlay, square jewel, seal, horizon, Buddhist temple, time, level, fire, inflammation, anxiety, thin lamp, farm, disaster, ashes, spot, illuminate, fish, fishing. Was that a sentence at the end there? Disaster, ashes, spot, illuminate, fish, fishing. So yeah, that was a frick ton of kanji. It was not that hard, actually. Having the 4 elements there really tied them all together. Yeah, there was 51, but they were kind of split up into, like, here's like 15 that have water as the first part, and then you just have to remember something else that goes along with it. That made it pretty easy. For example, water and craft, the kanji for craft. I'm not gonna. Early episodes I tried to, like, show you with my arms. Not doing that anymore. Way too complicated and way too many of them. My arms can't do that anymore. Trust me. Water and craft. And that word is creek. So you think, okay, a creek is like kind of a craft to put water through. Like you have to kind of like put a craft in the ground. It makes sense in my head. It doesn't really make sense when I speak it out loud, but trust me, it makes sense. And then they did that with fire as well. For example, my favorite one is anxiety, is the kanji for fire, and then the kanji, technically the kanji is for paper, but it is a primitive that means head. And fire and head, boom, anxiety, because your head's on fire or something. I'd be pretty anxious if my head was on fire. It was a pretty fun lesson. I actually enjoyed it. It did take me quite a while, though. Not because it was necessarily really hard, but just because I'm transitioning jobs this past week, so I've had, like, no free time. I've either been working job 1 or job 2. So yeah, it's been hard, but everything is mostly going good. I just haven't had time. But I finished lesson 8 yesterday. The main thing I want to say, I'm going to actually talk about this either in a separate video or in a video in the future. I wouldn't necessarily recommend, no, not necessarily, I would not recommend jumping straight into remembering the kanji. It might seem like that's what I'm doing. I took 2 years of Japanese in high school before jumping into remembering the kanji, and I'm currently also in Japanese class. To be fair, it's 101 and 102 as if I'm a beginner. But that's because I didn't really do very well in those high school classes. But I am in class. And my point is that I would not recommend jumping into this with no context. You'll be remembering a bunch of symbols, and you'll be remembering just symbols and freaking meanings, but you won't know anything else. And that's okay if it can help you with the kanji, but you kind of need to know the context for everything. And I do know the context for everything. So it works out for me. I don't think I would recommend doing this. I've heard the Genki textbook is really good for getting you started in the grammar of Japanese. Like, for instance, I would recommend learning all of the hiragana and katakana first. I think pretty much everyone recommends doing that. Being able to read those so you can read pretty much all Japanese except the kanji, which is all Japanese. You know what I mean, though. You can all kanji can be pronounced through the hiragana that make up the kanji. I would recommend having a basic knowledge before jumping into remembering the kanji. But I'll talk about this more in the future. For now, if you're interested in doing this, I recommend it. I think it works. I 100% know that it works so far. And past the whole like learning the meanings thing, again, I'll talk about the steps after remembering the kanji, as for actually continuing to learn the kanji's like readings and the vocab, what they mean in the context. I'll make a video talking about all that, or I'll just mention it in a lesson in the future. But I definitely recommend it so far. But for now, I'm going to record Lesson 9, because if you hadn't noticed, I already learned Lesson 9 as well. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. This that was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever done.